Hold up, not Kehlani's baby daddy exposing her for giving their daughter away as a sacrifice to a Hollywood freak-off cult. Child, just when we thought this entire mess with Hollywood celebrities indulging in ritualistic freak-offs couldn't get no worse, it turns out they've also been forcing kids into it, and surprisingly enough, Kehlani seems to be one of them. This comes after Kehlani's baby daddy Javon Young exposed her for being a part of an elite freak-off cult and allegedly introducing their 5-year-old daughter to it. Javon says he's scared for the safety of his daughter, and he's now dragging Kehlani to court because he wants to get full custody of the little girl before Kehlani and her alleged freak-off cult destroy her. Javon also accused Kehlani of having a spiritual home where she performs ritualistic sacrifices. And get this, he also claims Kehlani is lying about being lesbian and that the entire lesbian image is just for publicity. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Kehlani goes by they/them pronouns, so don't get it confused when I address them as they/them instead of she/her. Alright, let's get right into all this mess. Okay, so it all started a few days ago when TMZ leaked disturbing court documents of Kehlani's baby daddy Javon Young seeking full custody of their 5-year-old daughter and making some real wild allegations about Kehlani being a part of a cult called Santeria. He believes Kehlani's been mixed up with a cult for the past few years, which is influencing how they raise their 5-year-old daughter. Javon also alleged that the cult leader has a slew of SA allegations, and he fears that their daughter could be at risk of without court intervention. He also claimed in his petition that this cult leader has Kehlani under his thumb to such an extent that he's convinced Kehlani that he's a threat to little Adia, which is why Kehlani has kept him from seeing his daughter. This was very shocking to a lot of people because Kehlani was the last person anybody was expecting to be out here indulging in this mess, since they're always talking about DV and being the face for vulnerable women and children. But at the same time, we can't really be surprised because this is the same person who will come online and speak about abuse, only to go link up with people like Chris Brown 5 minutes later. Not only that, but if there's anything we've learned about Hollywood these past couple of months, it's that none of them are innocent. One person said, they said Kehlani fake woke, apologist custody battle, confused as hell, and now in a freak-off cult in the span of a good week. LMAO. Well, another person said, you never know with Kehlani. She loves women abusers, so wouldn't be surprised. Oh, but Javon was not done with Kehlani yet, because right after this, he jumped on Twitter and went off on them even more. He accused Kehlani of lying about being a lesbian and said they made the whole story up about him being a gay sperm donor so that people wouldn't clock them for lying about being lesbian. He said, people implying I'm a gay sperm donor when I'm a whole father is lame as hell, and I'm not gonna sit here and go along with it, LOL. Also, being outed as a gay/queer man against my consent and getting homophobia thrown at me for years gets me tight, bro. Don't push that on me. I understand why she had to gas it up and act like I was a gay sperm donor to protect herself from the fake lesbian allegations, but I'ma need y'all to stop calling me gay 6 years later again. Muggs sat there and lied on my sexuality to protect whatever lesbian identity was working for them at the time, and I caught all the flack for it, and constantly get told to shut the F up before I ruin Muggs' career. That's what gets me tight, bro. Like I said, I've been called gay. It's not that. He then went on to accuse Kehlani of severely traumatizing him and all the men they've been involved with, and claims Kehlani used to have a spiritual house in which they did questionable things in, but they got kicked out not too long ago. He said, Muggs stay thinking I'm hating or just being catty and messy, and it's like, nah bruh, dozens of people have been affected by whatever monstrosity shorty got going on, and it leaves Muggs actively traumatized, down to her whole spiritual house she got kicked out of. Kehlani caught wind of everything and wasted no time in calling out Javon. In a press statement, Kehlani said none of those accusations that Javon made are true and that they'll be taking legal action. They said, what has been published in the media over the past 24 hours is incredibly hurtful, inaccurate, inappropriate, and simply untrue. I wanted to take the time to ensure that I responded to these accusations from a calm and considerate space, rather than a reactive one. I strongly deny any claims that I have put my child in harm's way or left my child alone with anyone deemed dangerous or unsafe. I also do not align with any of the allegations made against my former religious community that have been stated in the media. This is illegal, private, familial matter that will be handled accordingly. And I will now be taking space for my own personal well-being and, most importantly, for the well-being of my child. I will not be commenting further and will let the legal process take place. Now, this is where Javon started confusing everybody, because after Kehlani him with this lawsuit, he backtracked on everything he said and blamed the whole thing on TMZ. Now, mind you, TMZ was just reporting the things that was said in the court documents. Not only that, but y'all just saw what he said on Twitter. TMZ did not force him to say none of that. So the fact that he's trying to act like they took his words out of context, even though he said everything, is kind of crazy to me. He released his own statement as well, and it said, "I never said I think Santeria is a cult, nor did I say that my daughter is in a cult. That's factually incorrect, and I think it's disgusting that TMZ would exploit a child's image like that. Further, I have not been made aware of any court-ordered mediation as of writing this per the account of TMZ. Personally, I would love for TMZ to justify to me, the father, how they came up with this narrative." The TMZ article sensationalized aspects of what was said while simultaneously breaching my confidentiality. Further, the filing of this case was incomplete and did not have my authorization by area counsel. I'm no longer represented by the aforementioned counsel. There will be an amended filing soon, which will illustrate the full range of my concern. I do not need to paint an unfair image of my co-parent for my justifiable feelings to be respected by the court of law. This unfortunate trauma only increases the obstacles in ensuring my child's well-being. For now, I'm hoping to clear the discrepancies made by TMZ. I hope to see a formal retraction and apology. People drag Javon for not standing on business and allowing Kehlani to him into silence. Like this person who said, saying it was sensationalized while saying outrageous things, knowing she's a celeb is crazy. It was meant to go viral. That's what you were looking for and you got it. Just ended up not being the attention you wanted for yourself. Another person said, what about the tweets? The deletion of the tweeter? The things that was said that wasn't about the cult in your child? Is this backtracking? More to come at 5. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Javon accusing Kehlani of exposing their daughter to a freak-off cult? And do y'all think Kehlani is throwing him into silence? Y'all been knew what to do? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.